Please introduce yourself.
I am Heidi Shaneybrook. I am the fitness director here at Merritt Eldersburg.
And what is your superpower?
My superpower, I can read people's minds.
Seriously?
See how I knew that? I knew you were gonna ask that. No, I can't read. I mean, if I could, that would be kind of insane, but no.
Right. But you're a powerful person. You
I
do know
try to
that.
be. I mean, I'm an Italian. You got to be powerful when you're
Maybe,
Italian.
maybe your superpower is being Italian.
I mean, that, and I'm a dog whisperer. Every dog loves me. So I don't know if that's a superpower or just, I don't know.
I'll tell you, you're really good at working with people. Like you have worked with me as my personal trainer, and you work so you know how to push me, but not too far, but not too little. It's like a perfect amount of push.
Yeah. I'm good at reading people
I think so.
and, push you over your limit just a little.
Yeah. So how did you become a personal trainer?
I've always been an athlete my whole entire life. Played soccer my whole entire life, all through college. Started off as an athletic trainer major, and then when they told me I had to choose between my major and soccer, I chose soccer. So I kind of got into this, still stayed in exercise science track. Then I was going to go physical therapy, and I didn't really like that. And then my best friend who lives in Florida that actually owns two gyms down there was a personal trainer. I was like, oh, maybe I'll do that. And I went ended up getting my master's in exercise science and then just went from there.
How long have you been a personal trainer?
17 years.
Wow. What is your favorite part about training people?
Um, all of it, helping people, having fun, just pushing people to their limits and, watching them progress. If it could be like going for a PR or getting off of meds or being able to come back from an injury and work out that they want to, like, you can't beat that. Like, if I could get paid and pay my bills from doing that, I would.
That's right.
That doesn't pay the bills,
No.
but it makes you feel good. You leave and you feel like you did something that day. You improve someone's life.
Hmm. So you've been working as a personal trainer for 17 years and you've been with Merritt for how long?
16.
Wow. So what's new at Merritt? I know something new is happening.
Yeah, so we are launching our own Merit Sports Performance Academy. So we were under Parisi for, I want to say, at least 10 years. I've only been at this location for 3 years, was in Fed Hill for the 13 of the other years of my career with the company. Just thought we could do a better job. And, no one knows the Parisi name. It's big up in like Jersey and New York. And I mean, he has a good product and has produced a lot of great athletes, but around here, like Jake and I just thought we could do a whole better job of like producing our own performance school, putting our own twist on it, our own energy, our own philosophy. So that will be launching in August.
Wonderful. So tell me, what is a performance school? What does it do?
So it's working with young athletes all the way up to even college kids, working on speed, agility, conditioning, getting them ready for sport specific whatever sports they're doing, and then going from there. So little guys, were just teaching them how to move their body. They're little giraffes at first, don't know how to use their feet. So learning, agility ladders, a little bit of plyo stuff, just getting them learning to how to move, running mechanics. That's very important, as they further in their athletic, career. Like, if you don't know how to run properly, you're
Yeah.
kind of screwed.
Yeah. You'll
That's
get
how
hurt.
injuries come about. And so we want to make sure that these kids not only are learning those skills, but are learning to be coachable, learning to be leaders, not just on the field, but off the field. It's a huge part, making that impact for them on and off the field and in the classroom, at home, in society, just good all around athletes.
How'd you come up with that idea with Jake?
We both, Salisbury athletes, and just talking and stuff that we were dealing with Parisi, like we decided that, hey, our contract's coming up and let's do our own thing.
It's wonderful. So it launches in August. So how will you know that it's successful?
Just by who comes into it and watching our athletes succeed. The more athletes that we sign, we have two new athletes being going off to college this year, so we'll have another signing of their flag that will go up on the wall. So the kids doing better, their parents saying, hey, like, they had an awesome game, their endurance, their whatever, they see that the parents are improving, that also shows a success, that that they are making the club teams, they are starting, they are now coachable, their attitude at home is better with their parents, they're getting straight A's in school. However we can impact them on and off the field, that is our main goal.
Wonderful. When I talked to you, you said that you're injured. You're like a wounded warrior. So like talk
I
to
am I am a broken athlete.
what does that even mean? What
I've
is
had 11 orthopedic surgeries putting me back together. I had 4 screws between 2 of my knees, and I have 4 attacks in my shoulder holding that together. So just wear and tear, and like I'm that athlete that I would sacrifice my body,
wow.
and it's now catching up to me. But you know, doing what I do as a career, like I've learned to keep fixing myself. I go to physical therapy once a week at Prime. Dr. Tammy over there is the bomb. I just go for dry needling and whatever hurts that week. That's how I keep myself going.
Wow.
Because people think, oh, I'm in pain, I can't work out. That's the worst thing not to do, is to stop moving. The more you move, the better. You just need to learn how to modify things
Mhm.
to what you can still do. But if you stop moving, 9 out of 10 times, it's only going to get worse.
Wow. Is that so? What do people not really realize about personal training? Because you've been in the game for like 17 years. What do they not know?
People just think we're there to make money off of them. It's kind of funny. Like when we initially meet with people, like they're always thinking we're trying to sell them. It's the opposite of what we're doing. We're here to help you.
Mhm.
We're here to help you reach whatever milestone it is. It could be getting ready for a wedding. It could be getting off of medicine. It's just to feel better, to look better, going on a vacation. Or some people that have been working out need a little bit of tweak in their programming. Like they kind of get stagnant and like are looking for something different, looking to work with a different modality. They might have always just done machines, and now they want to learn kettlebells, barbell, how to use the plate loaded equipment. So there's so much more to it than
Mhm.
just, us taking someone through a workout. We literally do a movement assessment to see how that person's moving. And then off of that, we do something called a movement prep. So every time someone comes in to work out, that movement prep is specific for that person.
Wow.
So there might be some corrective exercise in it. Somebody, just the way that, that workout that day is going to be, we're going to, adjust it for their movement prep to get them ready for that workout. It's not just coming in and getting on the treadmill and then doing your workout. You got to prime your body for that movement.
Mm. That's cool. And then what is it like safe to work out every single day? Like what do you
It
think?
is, but you should have some type of recovery day. It could be an active recovery day where you're getting in the pool and swimming. You're going for a hike. You're doing yoga. You're taking, still getting your body through some type of movement, but you're not putting that full stress on it. My Sundays are I call it my strength mobility day. So I'm just going through certain movements, adding a little bit of resistance to it, either with a light kettlebell or some resistance band to
Mhm.
still keep moving.
Mhm. I was also thinking, so I'm 36. I'm not 26. You're not even 36. And I was
I'm
like,
in my 40s though, so
right, 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 and scratch our necks. So I was thinking, what about? Because I was thinking I wanted to start doing like Krav Maga and like
Okay, okay. I
but
see you.
but I am I too old?
You're
I don't
never too old. You're never too old.
So how do you teach that?
You got to build that foundation. You got to, get out of your comfort zone,
Mm,
go into that gym, and you start at ground zero. And it's okay. And then you keep working in your capacity.
right.
You're not going to be, competing for, the Olympics for it, but you're competing to be better than you were the day before.
What are
So
some other myths that so they think you're trying to sell them? What else do you think that people
that they got to get in shape before they meet with a trainer is a good one. Oh,
I
I want to train with you, but I need to get in better shape. No, that's what we're here to help you do. Let us help you. We're going to speed up the process, because I always tell people you got to build that foundation. You can't just come in and start doing crazy workouts. Like, you got to build that foundation. You got to be able to make sure you're moving properly. Like, you got to move with intention.
mm-hmm,
So, most people think, oh, let me get in a little bit more shape. They think that cardio is going to help them lose the most weight, where it's actually you need to lift to help you lose weight, lose fat, build that lean muscle. The more lean muscle you have, the better your metabolism is going to work. So it's not just cardio. You should be lifting heavy.
that's a
And for
big myth.
females, you're not going to get bulky. There's not enough testosterone for you to become a bulky male. You're going to have to take other things that I don't agree with, wink, wink, to get you, looking bulky in that way.
Interesting. What is it about lifting heavy that makes you so it's not about losing weight, it's about building muscle.
Building muscle, losing fat, yes.
Interesting. What's the difference between that and losing weight?
Losing weight, I mean, you're still losing weight when it comes to it, but think about it, a pound is a pound.
Okay.
So if you lose a pound of fat, and then comparing to building a pound of muscle, that muscle is going to be lean and strong,
Mhm.
less, body composition. So it doesn't matter, you could lose 5 pounds of fat, but you put on 3 pounds of muscle, but you only lost 2 pounds,
Yeah.
but you lost inches.
Right.
So I always tell people, don't worry what that scale says. How are your clothes fitting? What's your percentage of body fat? Did it go down? Did it go up? What's your lean muscle mass look like? Is it going up, going down? How are your clothes fitting? How's your sleep? How are you dealing with stress now? Do you have weird headaches still? Are they gone? It's not just measuring how much weight you've lost. There's so many much more components to it. Because you could lose all the weight fast and quick, like on a yo-yo diet or one of those gimmick, hey, take this supplement, only
Right.
eat 1,000 calories. You lose the weight, you're gonna put it all back on
Yeah.
because it's not a everyday lifestyle change. You're going for that quick fix where when you do it the right way, you are losing weight, but it could be you're losing fat, but you're gaining muscle. Your
Mhm.
clothes are fitting better. You lost inches, but the scale money only moved a little bit. But there's all these other big changes that people forget about.
Mhm.
People need to stay away from the scale.
Why do you think we got so obsessed with the scale?
It's just the way that the society is. You
Mm.
got to be a certain weight. I mean, look at your BMI that some doctors use, which I only like to use for someone that is obese. You
Okay.
know, according to my BMI, I'm obese.
What?
Ray Lewis is obese because it's height to weight ratio.
Right.
So I don't like using BMI.
Interesting.
That's a bad indicator. Again, if it's someone that you can look at and you know that they are obese, you're not going to put them on the scale and be like, oh, your percentage of body fat is super high. No, let's look at your BMI. Let's be a little bit non-invasive. Let's
Right.
make you comfortable and be like, okay, we need to make some changes. Let's get your BMI down. And then when you can kind of get them in a good range, then you kind of get a little bit more into the percentage of body fat, going that way, really digging into, the scale.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. And then think you're an athlete,
I
and
am.
the way that you think is like an athlete, where it's like keep going, consistent, diligent, consistent, diligent. How
Yep.
do people start thinking like athletes instead of thinking like I need to lose weight?
Um, it's consistency, making the workouts fun. Like when they start seeing the results and they're seeing things that they didn't think they could do,
Mhm.
it changes. You have someone that's if you're in our turf room and you're pushing a sled, like most people don't want to push a sled. That's an training more athletically. But I
Mm.
mean, they start pushing it, they're pulling it, and they're loving it, and they get in that mindset of competitiveness. Like, oh, I could only do, one plate on there last week. Let's put another one on there. So then they're competing with themselves. Or they see someone else on it and they're like, I could do that. And you're like, let's do it.
You know what you remind me of like an athlete, but also like a cheerleader. Like you're this such a you got it, you can do this. You're so positive, and it really makes me like
Coaching me. I mean, I also coach soccer. Not only
oh
did I play, I coached my fifth year at Salisbury. Obviously, I couldn't play 5 years, so I became a student coach. And then
wow,
after that, when I graduated, I coached 2 years at Catonsville Community College as an assistant coach. And then I coached 3 years of a club team.
wow,
So I still have that coach in me too. Like I've seen both sides of it.
that's awesome. Do you have like a personal training philosophy you can share?
I kind of go off of what FMS says, which is who my certification is for my movement screening is move often and move well. Because if
Ooh.
you're not moving often and you're not moving well, like you're not going to, be successful in your training if you're moving not well at all and like your squats are awful, your form is awful because you're in pain, so you're modifying it. So you need to move well and you need to move often.
Mm. So is
So
that
I
not,
kind of picked up on that and like I really like that philosophy. So that's I'm big into, this, your movement prep, moving well, moving often
yeah. And then
for
make sure like the form is more important than the too much weight. So
yep,
for the form, then you can add more and more weight, which
yep, yep. If you start losing form, you stop that set and you work in that set range.
is so cool. So then, as I my one of my last questions is like about getting that confidence, especially because your story is someone that's been hurt, but you move often and you move well and you coach and you're like wonderful support. So how does someone get into the gym like that? It's just like, oh, I'm scared. Like, how do they get into the gym to start that
You
first?
know, they got to start with themselves. They got to come into that, that fear. Like I need to walk into the gym first. Walking in is like number one, is just getting their foot into the door. And then once you're in here and you meet with either myself or any one of my trainers, like we're gonna make you feel comfortable. We're gonna, work with your ability. We're gonna build your confidence. We're gonna not push you that you're like, I'm never coming back. Like that's not what we want to do. We want to make sure that you're still coming in every single day. You're still coming in when you don't have a training session. You're coming in, regularly and just getting the results that you want. Because if you don't, you're not going to get those results.
No, I can speak from experience. Do you know how, like on the
My
Merritt Club,
little bad butt. I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss on here, so I'll
what?
go badass. My little badass. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a little thing on Merritt where you like check in. I've
Uh,
checked in 52 times.
oh shit! Get to 100, you get a T-shirt.
I already got a t-shirt. I'm gonna get another t-shirt.
They're purple. They're pretty bad.
Ooh, let's
The
go.
new ones just
You
came
know what I
out.
want? I want one of your hot pink shirts. I saw those.
Oh,
My favorite
let me
color.
see what I can do. Let me see if I got any extra left.
So, if someone wants to find out more about you or personal training, where do they go?
Um, all of the trainers are on our Merritt Clubs.com website. Be on the Merritt Instagram. They can find a lot of our stuff for MSP, which we're going to be launching our own Instagram page for MSP. So make sure you follow that.
Very cool.
They can either reach me at the club through my email, which I don't know if you want me to say it out and you can put it in the blip.
Mhm.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, see, I'll put in
It's
the blip.
I put it in the blip. It's Shaneybrook at merrittclubs.com, or they can follow me on Instagram. And I do believe my handle is HShaney13, maybe.
Awesome. You're amazing.
No, you're amazing. You
Oh,
make my job fun. Like I get paid to have fun all day long. You can't beat that. I'm
no,
stuck
really.
in a cubicle all day. I'm messing with people all day. I'm high-fiving. I mean, you see me on the floor.
You're so fun. Like,
I mean, you gotta be.
and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.